The offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
That's what I'm talking about.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
2nd and 9 now. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. It's caught at the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Set
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here we go. Come Tucson. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Let's go.
On second down, it's Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play
and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradberry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2nd and 13. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Newton. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You got nothing.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Right there in the middle, 55. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Newton to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, nice move. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. Caught by Cobb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll drop the throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got the first down inside the 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it's 3rd and goal. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Time for our players' spotlight, and it focuses in here on the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And now here come the Cowboys. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
8 yards up. return following a punt of 41. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Sanders. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
50 seconds, Mike. Let's go, D.
They go to Elliott again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, it's Elliott. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. On third down, Newton. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. A quick throw here out to Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Going up top, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That good for 19 and a first down.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Looking downfield for Godwin, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And got his man complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57. What we got? What we got? What we got? Ready to go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. He'll look to throw. Being chased under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now back to throw. Well, the pressure gets to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Panthers, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop.
Ain't too many can play with us. See what his game here taking us. No ball